Yo, what's going on, you guys? Today we have Tom Brokaw explains Canada to Americans. I don't know what this video is gonna be about. I'm just going through all the videos that you guys requested for me to react to. So I'm just going through the comments and seeing all of them. I had all of them on a file already, so now I'm just going through them. So I don't know what this is gonna be about. Me kind of know what this is gonna be about. It's gonna be explaining Canada to Americans. So let's learn.
This is the Peace Arch, standing near the westernmost edge of the U.S.-Canadian border, 30 miles south of the Olympic City, between Blaine and Washington State, and Surrey, British Columbia. This was dedicated in 1921 to commemorate the treaty that ended the War of 1812 between the U.S. and Great Britain. Remember, Canada was a British colony. That was a long time ago, but the inscription on the arch sums up the relationship. May these gates never be closed. We share more than a long border, of course. No dotted line.
Even though the quality is not the best, but you can still see the
our
beauty.
joint stewardship of a treasure border, of course. No dotted line can divide our joint stewardship of a treasure of natural riches. From the Atlantic to the Pacific, and back again. Shorelines, wild rivers, and Great Lakes, vast forest and grasslands. Precious ores buried in majestic mountains, and wildlife everywhere, from sea to shining sea.
You know the good thing is, like, Canada is one country that has everything, right? When it comes to landscape, when it comes to like natural beauty, everything that you need or everything that you can imagine, they have it there. Not every country could say that, you know.
Canada and the United States share another unique quality. They're immigrant nations, destinations for people around the world who long for political freedoms, economic opportunity, and a long tradition of compassion. Our two nations have the largest trading relationship in the world. $1.5 billion transacted every day. The two-way trade at the Ambassador Bridge between Detroit and Windsor alone equals all American exports to Japan. And we're so comfortable as neighbors. 200 million people cross the common border every year. Canada, some may be surprised to learn, is America's largest oil supplier, and the United States is Canada's #1 tourist destination. In a snapshot, Canada is a huge country, second largest in the world next to Russia, but its population is only about a tenth the size of the United States, 34 million. Split into 10 provinces and 3 territories. 90% of Canadians live within 100 miles of the U.S. border, residing in world-class cities, thriving farms and smaller towns. With good reason. Life in the Canadian North is only for the hardy. It is remote and oh so cold. The coldest day ever recorded in North America occurred in 1947 in Snag, Yukon, minus 81 degrees, not including wind.
What? Oh nah, minus 81 degrees. Nah, I can't do that. No, thank you.
Jesse the Sponge. Canadians are.
But that is the coldest. That's the coldest. But like, dang, bro, to even get that for minus 81. Wow, that's crazy.
Generous, they share with us.
If you're watching right now, what's the coldest you've ever experienced in your country or wherever you at? Tell me, man, please. For me, I think it was like 28 degrees. 28 degrees, yep. 28 degrees. Cause it was like, I think, yeah, here I live in Florida, so you don't get crazy cold, but that day was crazy. You feel me? Like, I remember I had to walk to school that day too. I was probably in like middle school. I had to walk to school. Boy, it was not fun, boy. You know, you got snot coming out your nose, like your feet, like you can't really feel your feet, you can't feel your hands. You got little gloves on, but it don't work. You feel me? So that was crazy. That's for me. 28 degrees. That's the lowest I ever seen it here.
Brightest stars in music, comedy. Canadians are so generous. They share with us their brightest stars in music, comedy, acting, sports.
Oh, I didn't know he was Canadian.
Comedy, acting,
that's
sports, and journalism. And if you're in a fight, You want the Canadians on your side. They were in World War II before we were. They were there on D-Day, in the air and on the beaches. They've been America's most reliable partners in Afghanistan, and it's been costly and painful. Now, when Canada loses a warrior in that distant land, the nation pauses and honors the fallen along what is called the Highway of Heroes outside of Toronto. Even their diplomats have been there for us. In 1980, a year before the conclusion of the Iranian hostage crisis, 6 American embassy personnel would escape from Iran in an operation organized by Canadian Ambassador Ken Taylor. The United States is thanking Canada for rescuing those 6 American diplomats from Iran. Taylor hid the Americans after the U.S. Embassy was stormed, created fake Canadian passports, then flew the Americans out of Tehran with a bogus cover story. The 6 in disguise as a mod-looking Hollywood film crew, allegedly researching a prospective sci-fi flick. Now, all these years later, Taylor has admitted he was formerly working for the CIA, and if the Iranians had discovered he was an American spy, he would have been in big, big trouble. In our darkest hours, Canada has been with us. On September 11th, as the United States shut down its airspace, Canada instituted Operation Yellow Ribbon, landing 239 U.S.-bound flights.
I did see that Operation Yellow Ribbon. I did see that video. You guys did request it. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna do it because it is quite long. If you tell me in the comments, how do you guys want that video? Do you guys want it in parts? Do you guys want the whole thing? Whichever one, I don't mind. I'll do it. I'll just have some popcorn, some whatever I need to eat while I do it because it's like almost an hour long, I think. So tell me how you guys want it. And I did see that you guys requested it in the comments, so I'm working on that. Tell me how you guys want it.
Flights with 33,000 passengers at 17 different Canadian airports. And then, amid the uncertainty that followed, entire communities housed and fed those thousands of passengers for days afterward.
I say Canada.
In the long history of
Canada is beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Like, one thing I would love to see is the glacier water. Right? That's what it is, right? The blue water. I might be saying it wrong, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The thing is beautiful, dog. It's beautiful, man. I can't wait to visit, man. I just have to visit, dog, for real. And when I visit, man, it's gonna be good because I'm gonna videotape the whole thing. I'm gonna videotape my whole. I say videotape. What? Videotape? I'm a video the whole, the whole experience. Videotape. How old am I, bro? But yeah, you guys gonna enjoy the experience with me for sure.
Sovereign neighbors, there never has been a relationship as close, productive, and peaceful as the U.S. and Canada. We share a continent and so much more. Speaking before the Canadian Parliament, President Kennedy summarized the relationship this way.
Geography has made us neighbors. History has made us friends. Economics has made us partners. And necessity has made us allies.
Those whom nature hath so joined together, said Kennedy, let no man put asunder. Of course, there are some distinct differences.
I'm just thinking, right? It's like you see all of that, like how close the two countries were, and to see how separated we are now at this very moment. It's like, dang, man. It's really sad. It's really sad to see. Like two countries that were once like this, dog, and now it's like trade wars. Like you got like, man, boycotts everywhere. You feel me, man?
Just in the culture, the American fans at these games will be unfurling their stars and stripes at every opportunity and chanting USA, USA. The Canadian Prime Minister had to go before Parliament yesterday and urge Canadians to engage in what he called an uncharacteristic outburst of patriotism, saying, don't be afraid to wave those flags. We'll apologize to the world for our immodesty later. So that's a big difference, Al.
He hopes he has to do it very often. You know what struck me in that piece, among
among all of the items, there are more people in California than there are in all of Canada.
That's actually crazy.
And Canada has a stronger and more sound economy at this point as well. That's a distinctive difference between the two.
Perfectly put. Thank you, Tom. See you during the week.
Yeah, man, this video was amazing. It was a great video. Thank you so much for watching with me. Like I said, man, it's really sad, like, to see where we came from together, from fighting together, you know, from helping each other out, from being besties, you feel me? From being like this, you know, locked in, all that, you feel me? Now it's like, you know, it's just not the same anymore, you know. So I just hope, you know, one day we could all get back together, you know, happy, like a happy family that we are, you feel me? That's all I'm here for, man. I'm for peace. I'm for, like, you know, positivity, or like just, you know, just be everybody just united, you know. That's all I'm for, man. But, you know, like I've said before on this channel, it starts with us. It starts with the man in charge right now, outside of God, of course, in this country. So as soon as, you know, we do that, man, as soon as we try to be united, trying to be together, I think that's when we're gonna thrive, man. For me, it's all about peace, positivity, and stuff like that. So again, thank you guys for watching with me. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for requesting all these videos, man. And thank you so much for just always supporting, always being there, you know, liking, commenting, and answering my questions and stuff like that. So I do appreciate it. I do have the poutine video coming very soon, man, so be on the lookout for that. Subscribe, share this channel with your friends, families, all of that, because we're trying to hit 10,000. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers, so please, let's get it.